You do not need a new life. You need a new mind. Hello, I am Carl Jung, and today I want to reveal a deep psychological truth. Life does not stagnate because of a lack of time, money, or luck. Most people believe they must start over, change everything, or wait for a perfect moment. But that moment never arrives. The reason is simple and rooted in the psyche itself. It is not your external reality that determines your future. It is your inner world. When the mind is contaminated by unconscious fears, repressed contents, and paralyzing thoughts, every opportunity appears unreachable. This is why inner transformation always precedes outer change. Your life changes when your way of perceiving and interpreting reality changes, not when circumstances magically rearrange themselves. Life becomes stagnant because the psyche is filled with noise, anxiety, and limiting beliefs that block your natural drive toward growth. That inner noise acts like an invisible brake. It makes you hesitate, delay, and silence your own potential. Many people believe they are physically exhausted, but the deepest fatigue is psychological, born from inner conflict. You carry worries, comparisons, old narratives, and inner voices that whisper, "I cannot." When you bring awareness to this inner clutter, you recover your psychic energy, and with it your capacity to make conscious and meaningful decisions. The true adversary is never outside of you. It resides within the unconscious layers of your own mind. It is not your boss, not the economy, and not your past. It is that internal voice that insists you are insufficient, that time has passed, that change is impossible. This voice shapes your perception, your actions, and your confidence. What makes it dangerous is that it operates automatically beyond awareness. That is why the first step toward an extraordinary life is recognizing that the most important struggle takes place within your own psyche. When you begin to integrate that inner conflict, the external world starts to reorganize itself. A mind saturated with complaints, doubts, and toxic patterns cannot give birth to a meaningful life. Complaint weakens the ego, doubt immobilizes the will. Toxic thoughts narrow your ability to perceive possibilities. Growth requires inner space, and to create that space, you must release what obscures clarity. Focused thinking allows you to see solutions where you once perceived only obstacles. It allows you to move forward when others remain frozen. A clear mind is a creative, courageous, and disciplined mind. Every authentic transformation begins by refining your inner dialogue and consciously choosing mental discipline, awareness, and direction. When you choose your thoughts with the same care you give to your body, your life begins to transform day by day. The psyche responds to clarity. When you understand what you think, you understand how you act. When you understand how you act, you understand where you are going. When you bring order to the mind, everything else begins to align. And that is where your true life begins. The modern poison does not enter through the mouth, it enters through the eyes. We live in an age where informational overload has become the new silent threat to the psyche. Never before have humans had access to so much information, and yet never have they been so confused, so scattered, and so mentally drained. Every image, notification, and external opinion absorbed without reflection becomes a distraction that fragments attention. Without realizing it, the focused mind turns into a dispersed mind, and a dispersed mind cannot support a meaningful existence. Digital noise drains psychic energy, exhausts attention, and creates the illusion of movement when there is only consumption. It feels like progress. It feels like learning. But in truth, it is the accumulation of irrelevant material that overwhelms the unconscious. Mental energy is finite, and when it is wasted on empty stimuli, nothing remains for your goals, your ideas, or your personal individuation. When you grasp this truth, you begin to choose carefully where you place your attention. Negative information, saturated networks, and constant stimulation contaminate inner clarity. Every piece of content entering your mind competes with your own inner voice. This is why so many experience anxiety without understanding its origin. Their psyche is overloaded with information that does not nourish, guide, or strengthen. Excess stimulation creates confusion, and confusion blocks inner development. If you seek a strong mind, you must first protect it from the noise that weakens it. To reclaim your power, you must filter what you consume, cleanse your stimuli, and return to ideas that nourish, inspire, and reinforce your purpose. This does not mean disconnecting from the world, it means reconnecting with yourself. When you reduce external noise, your psyche begins to breathe again. Thought, reflection, and creation emerge without anxiety. You regain clarity, you regain focus, you recover your ability to move forward without feeling overwhelmed. You realize that you did not need more information, but less. You did not need more stimulation, but inner silence. From that silence arises your most authentic thought, your clearest strategy, and the version of yourself most aligned with your true self. A clear mind is a powerful mind, and a powerful mind always finds a path toward fulfillment.